The figure shown below represents a common type of dialysis called as hemodialysis. It removes waste products from the blood, such as excess salts and urea, which are insufficiently removed by the kidney in patients with kidney failure. During the procedure, the patient's blood is cleaned by filtration through a series of semi-permeable membranes before being returned to the blood of the patient. On the basis of this, answer the following questions. So this is a 5-mark question. So there will be passage given like this, and below this passage there will be questions for you to answer it. Now these are the questions. A part: give one functional difference between kidney and artificial kidney. B part of the question is: name the duct by which urine is transferred from kidney to the urinary bladder. And C part of the question is: what is an artificial kidney? This requires explanation, okay? Going to the first question, give one function difference between kidney and artificial kidney. The difference is that whereas artificial kidney, there will be no reabsorption. So that is difference. Now the B part of question, name the duct by which urine is transferred from kidney to the urinary bladder. So these are the kidneys, suppose. There's one kidney, there's another kidney, and here there is the urinary bladder. And there are two ducts emerging outside. So this is urinary bladder, and these are the kidneys. What is this tube? These two tubes that carries the urine from the kidney to urinary bladder. This tube is called what is an artificial kidney? The figure shown here is a patient who is connected with artificial kidney. What is artificial kidney? And the technique is called hemodialysis also. So in patients with kidney failure, it is difficult for them to remove the waste products from the blood. There will be waste products like excess salt, urea, that has to be removed. But their kidneys are suffering from some disease like glomerulonephritis or something like that. So during the procedure, what they do is, the patient's blood, this is a patient here, the patient's blood is cleaned by filtration through a series of semi-permeable membranes before being returned back to the blood of the patient. So what they have done in this diagram, you can see that the blood of the patient is been taken to this series of semi-permeable membranes. A semi-permeable membrane. So what happens is, the waste from the blood of the patient will enter into the dialysis solution outside. And so the waste like excess salt and urea will be filtered. After that, the blood which is free of the waste is returned back to the patient's body through his blood. So that is the technique used. But here one step is missing, like our human kidney is that it lacks reabsorption process. The next question is a 5-mark question, and it is divided into subparts like this. So first part is name the parts labeled A and B in the neuron drawn above. The A part is, this is the A part here. A part is dendrites. And then we have to label the B part. This is the B part. The B part is myelin sheath of the neuron. The next part of the question, which part acquires the information in the neuron? The information is acquired by the dendrites. Dendrites acquires the information in the neuron. The tip of a dendrites. Third part of question is, through which part does the information travel? The information, when after the dendrites receives the messages, it passes through the cytone area or cell body, and then it goes through the axon. So this part is called axon. This part is called axon. So we label that as axon. So it is through this part that the information travels. Axon. Then the last part of question is, in what form does this information travel? The information travels in the form of electrical impulses here through the axon. So the answer is electrical impulses. Through axon. So it's a 5-mark question. So how will be the mark distribution? Name the parts labeled A and B in the neuron drawn above. So 1 plus 1, 2 marks. Then which part acquires the information in the neuron? 1 mark. Through which part does the information travel? 1 mark. In what form does this information travel? Also 1 mark. So totally 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is how you get 5 marks for this question.